Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat Show here on Buzzing Pattaya, the show where we talk about things that are happening right here, right now, as well as general news, tips, information and advice. Now, welcome back to part 2. In case you missed part 1 will be in the link in the description below. But as I'm here with Rob from the Veterans Bar.
Nice to meet you again, Trevor.
Good to see you again.
And you as well, sir.
You know, the thing is, I've been busy working around. He's sat here since the last couple of days waiting for me to come back. I mean, what's that all about? Okay, so we're here back in Soy 13-2 in your brand new bar, the Veterans Bar. And I have to say, I want to pat you on the back,
Thank you.
Fair play to you, because you've taken a plunge in what has to be the toughest working environment there possibly could be.
Yeah.
Why?
I always looked at it, same with my business partner, as a double-edged sword.
Okay.
So yes, it is the wrong time to open a business, but the right time financially to open a business, in the way that hopefully you pick up the business at a more competitive price.
Okay, yeah.
And then obviously if you have the finance to weather the storm and ride it through, which I'm sure me and Nigel can, then obviously we sat on what we hope is a good business.
All right, I mean, I understand that, makes sense. I mean, why 13-2?
Well, we obviously we spent a good while wrecking other soys.
Squaddy term now, that means he's had a look around. He's had a look around. He's still in there, so he's wrecking around. In a minute he's going to dash down Crawler's Earthside and fire.
Well, obviously Soy Post Office, as it's known as well, is a popular and busy soy. And this bar, when we came to have a look at it, just seemed ideal. Not too big, not too small, exactly what we wanted to do. And exactly how it was, how we wanted to turn it into our own bar. So it was just positive. Everything that we saw about this soy and this bar, just for us, everything was very, very positive.
I mean, 13-2 is a good location. It's a popular location.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think, you know, picking here as opposed to maybe if you went over to Soy Macau or OK Metro, I think them areas are more like girly vibe rather than locals.
That's right.
Whereas here, I think you're going to get that.
That's the sort of reputation, Trevor, that we want. I mean, we've got a lot of chaps coming in here now. And they're actually saying to us, this is the sort of place they can bring the wives and the daughters, and the sort of place they can turn around to the wives and say, I'm going to the Veterans Bar, and they know there's not going to be loads of girls hanging off them and everything else, and that's the sort of reputation we want here.
And of course, like they say to the mission, I'm going to the Veterans Bar, really nip up LK.
Exactly, If they want to lie through the back seat, that's up to them, Trevor.
Your secret's safe with us, guys. Don't worry, we know the Bobby Moore. It's okay. I mean, so you're here, Soy 13-2, Veterans Bar. I mean, I understand obviously you're ex-Marine, so you've got the military background. I mean, the name, the Veterans Bar?
Again, both me and my business partner, like we feel as though veterans aren't, well, not rightly treated, but we wanted to make an environment where we predominantly want veterans and serving personnel and anybody else that wants to come by the way. It's not just solely you know, for ex-servicemen and for servicemen. You know, we want everybody here, but we want to give them an environment which is familiar to them. So when they're all sat around, they pull up a sandbag, start swinging the lead, you know, and that's the sort of, that's what we're trying to establish, that sort of environment for them, you know.
I think one thing I do want to say to you guys out there that are watching and perhaps are not ex-military is, the one thing that, as ex-military myself and as Rob, the one thing I think that we bring to the table is we've got an incredibly good sense of humour.
Yeah, we have.
And I think the reason being is because it's just ingrained in when you're in a close-knit working environment with a group of guys, be it in your section or in your squad, whatever.
The camaraderie.
You've got to have that just, I don't know what you would call it, just that great sense of humour and the ability to adapt to situations. So guys, if you're not ex-military and you want to come in, please come in, come and say hello to
You're more than welcome, you know.
Come in, but just don't say you're ex-SAS, because we're going to hang you out. We are going to hang you out. If you're out there and you're telling us a few porky pies, we are going to hang you
You will
up.
be sus.
Yeah, especially when we say to you, that weapon that's outside there on the statue, what is it, please?
Yeah,
and they're going to go, a gun?
Somebody's already got that wrong.
Oh,
anyway, that's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we won't go into
No,
that.
no.
So, you've got the Veterans Bar here. It's welcome to everybody, ex-military as well as everybody else. I mean, in terms of what you do here, I mean, what kind of things go on here apart from the obvious to have a beer and have a good time?
Right.
What other things do you do?
We're in close association with a veterans organisation. They're the biggest registered charity in Southeast Asia called the SOS.
All right, okay.
So they have monthly meetings. They had a monthly meeting here.
Yeah.
And obviously we're trying to raise money for the veterans.
Yeah.
What our intentions are is every month to commemorate a military event.
All right.
And on that particular day, whether it be VE Day, VJ Day, Poppy Day, Anzac Day, and we aim to raise money for veterans. 10% of our profit will go to one of the 6 veteran foundations, whether it be the RSL, the AMVETS, Help for Heroes, just one of those organisations. Every month we're going to do that, donate, and then we're going to donate a 25% to Father Ray's Foundation as well.
Okay,
I mean, we're here to help these veterans and former military personnel as much as we can. So whatever it takes, Trevor, we're going to do it. You know
Brilliant.
what I mean? It's
That's really good. That's really nice. I mean, it's nice that you're giving both back to the ex-military and also to local charities here as well. You're covering off both angles.
That's what we're trying to do.
Fantastic. And I mean, in terms of like parties and stuff like that, have you got parties that planned in the future?
Yeah. I mean, although I'm Australian, there's a number of our customers who are, and they're struggling to go up to Canterbury this year.
Yes.
So I've said we will open our bar at 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock, so they can have their dawn old reading. And I've invited all the Australians for Anzac Day. I said, you're welcome at my bar at 4:30 in the morning if that's what you want, and then you do whatever you want to do that day. It's very important to you Australians out there. So please come here.
Well, there you go. So if you're looking for the Anzac celebration, come here.
Come here.
Soy 13-2 Veterans Bar. Come and check out with Rob.
Yeah.
I think really he's done it because he wants to go out the night before and stay out all night and then just come back and say, well, I've got to stay here, darling, because we've got Anzac Day. But I mean, that's fantastic. And I mean, in terms of social media, I mean, how can people connect with you?
We've got a Facebook
Can
page.
I interrupt you?
Of course you can.
Sweetheart, could you just turn that music down just a little bit, please? The trouble is, see, what happens is sometimes our mics aren't crystal clear, and I get nailed for it.
Right, got
I get people coming saying, I couldn't hear you. I'm like, oh no. So I always try really desperately to make sure. But anyway, you've got to say, connecting you, social media, how do we do it?
Obviously, we've got a Facebook page called Veterans Bar Pattaya.
Yeah.
We're also in the Pattaya News. We have a Google, obviously Veterans Bar Pattaya, and we're constantly putting posts on our page about different military events and different wars and what has happened to people.
Brilliant.
So if you go on Veterans Bar Pattaya, you can't help but notice us and can't help but find us.
Oh, fantastic. So there you go. Jump on social media, connect with these guys, find out what they're doing, find out what the next event is, and remember Anzac Day. If you want to go out the night before, we know someone that's going to be out on the tiles all night, and what he's going to be saying is, I'm recce in the area,
exactly,
to make sure we get as many Australians here as we can.
I've got to go and do a recce the night before, lads.
Yeah, and I was in the SAS as well.
That's right.
I mean, I can't help but just say I really admire the fact that you've taken the plunge at a time like this.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a very commemorable what's the word? I'm not commendable.
That's commendable.
They're very not commemorable. See, we're talking about Anzac Day commemorations, and now it's
commendable.
Commendable. Yes. That's it. Well, I think it's very commendable, you know,
Thanks
because
very much,
it is a very, very tough time. And you look around. I mean, even sitting here in Soy 13 too, you know, there are lots of shutters down, and yet you're here open.
Yeah. I mean, we had one chap come in, Australian Simon, fantastic fella. And he come in and he was so excited about the bar. You know, he said, "This is absolutely fantastic." He said, "I want you to be here for a long time." I said, "Well, that is not up to me. That is down to the support from you and your friends. That's the only way we can carry on being here and supporting veterans is for all these people to come in and see us. You know, and then we can obviously carry on opening and carry on with our events and our charitable events and everything else, you know.
And are there any regiments banned? I mean, like, are the Ordnance Corps welcome?
Oh, everybody is.
I'm sorry, if you're in the Ordnance Corps, I'm only joking, okay? We need someone to get our blankets, so thank you very much. You did a fantastic service.
Military police. No.
Oh, the cherry tops. Who remembers the cherry tops?
Yeah.
Did you ever get arrested by the military police?
No.
I remember we used to come back from going out on the lash and you go up to the guard room and you think, oh God, it's there. And you knew you were going to get it.
It's always the Royal Naval Shore Patrols with us.
Oh,
they haunted us, they.
And they just hide it when they drive around and it's like, dude, like, come on. You know, you should be on our side, not ready to nail it. But, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, obviously, you know, everybody is welcome. We're only joking. I mean, it really is nice what you've done. I mean, in terms of the future, I mean, if the bar is supported as well as it can be and hopeful, I mean, what's your plans moving forward?
Obviously, you never want to get that far in front where you end up dreaming, you know. I've always said walk before we run. But if it really takes off, Trevor, and it really does well, then there would be a possibility of us talking about opening the same sort of bars in other areas. Maybe Bangkok, maybe Wahin, but you don't. I like to keep my feet on the ground.
Yeah, well, you might as well pause now because we've got this idiot coming past selling, I don't know what they're selling. Hang on, we'll have a look now.
Eggs, I think.
Oh, these are eggs?
Yeah.
Brilliant timing.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh no, it's melons. There you go. 4 melons, 50 baht. He's got a nice set of melons, hasn't he? That's terrible. All right, so possibly moving into other areas.
Yeah, if it justifies it and it gets busy enough for us to enable financially for us to do that, that would definitely be. But it's like I've said to you, Trevor, I like to keep my feet on the ground.
Yeah.
I like to walk before I run. But yes, certainly, that would be a goal of ours, an ambition of ours.
Yeah. Oh, that was brilliant.
And then we'd be helping. We'd look at it as though we'd be helping these veterans and everybody else in other areas as well. You know.
No, fair play. Well, that's brilliant. Well, I hope it does. You know, for guys, you know, come and support Rob and the bar here. It really is a great place, 13-2, and just come and have some fun. You know, it's a really good environment. And like I said before, you know, squaddies have got a fantastic sense of humour. They may have bad reputations sometimes, they may have all kinds of things said about them, but at the end of the day, we do have a great crack.
Yeah, we do.
We're a good bunch of lads, really. I mean, in terms of talking about reputations and stuff like that, I want to ask you a question. Imagine that someone's coming over to Pattaya for the very first time, and you're going to share your pearls of wisdom. What advice would you give them, in a nutshell, coming here for the very first time?
That's a difficult one.
I know, that's why I've asked you.
Thanks for putting me on the spot.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Honestly?
Yeah, what would you say to someone that's coming here for the very first time?
Yeah, that's the only thing I could say. Enjoy. You know, I couldn't say behave because they won't.
Did you?
No. I couldn't say don't get married because I did. You know what I mean? So
you could say don't open a business, but
that's
you have.
But I have, yeah. So yeah, enjoy.
I noticed he swerved the ladyboy comments.
Yeah, oh, definitely so. Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, it's been fantastic talking to you. It really has, Rob. Guys, all the links to all their Facebook, everything else will be in the description below. Please, if nothing else, just take a look. If you are in the Pattaya City area and you're wandering around, you're near Soy 13-2, come down, check out the bar here. Come and say hello to Rob. It's near the top end of Second Road. Just come down, pop in, and come and have a beer and have a chat with this great man here. It really has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Trevor.
Really, really has been good. So here we are, Soy
Gentleman,
13.2, Soy 13.2, Veterans Bar. Come and check it out. All right, guys. So
Thanks
that's it
very
for me today here on the Coffee Chat Show. Thank you very much for watching. Please, guys, remember hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when we bring out a new video. Don't forget to check out our members area. Lots of goodies in there. And also join our Telegram group if you can hear me, because now they're having a party over there. But anyway, join our Telegram group, because in there we've got lots of like-minded people just like yourself that all love Pattaya and Pattaya City, etc., etc. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.